Looking to travel Barcelona alone? Join me as I recap 3 leisurely days on my latest revisit to this Catalan region capital as a solo female traveler over 50, including how I got there, where I stayed, what I did in Barcelona and beyond to inspire your planning. If it's your first time to Barcelona, stay tuned to the end to watch the rest of my Barcelona videos, as well as see the links in the video description below to this Barcelona solo trips resources and ready-made Barcelona itineraries, ideal in helping those do a best of Barcelona trip quickly but have no time to plan it. Subscribe and follow along for more fantastic itineraries, guides, tips, and more for the best in older solo travel. It's easy to travel Barcelona alone, even over 50 and on a budget. I'll show you how. My Spain solo adventure started in San Sebastián, an incredible city I highly recommend, followed by a train ride to Barcelona, first stopping in Pamplona for a fun day. 4 hours from Pamplona, I arrived at the Barcelona Sand Station in the early afternoon on a somewhat crowded weekend during shoulder season, with some rain but warm weather in the forecast. From Barcelona Sands, I switched to a short metro ride to the Plaça de Catalunya station, a mere 10-minute walk to the Hotel Turin, off La Rambla and centrally located for my stay. Having snacked on the train, I checked in and headed out on foot to lazily walk Barcelona to enjoy its scenery, including some Gaudi. 20 minutes north on the tree-lined La Rambla, the most notable street in Barcelona, to Passeig de Gràcia, I made a quick stop at Casa just to admire the facade of the first Gaudi of the day. Then continued another 20 minutes to La Sagrada Familia, Gaudi's masterpiece. I arrived at the entry gate shortly before 5, in time for the last entry at 5:15, with my ticket in hand. As you cannot buy tickets there, you must get your timed entry ticket online in advance. Closing at 6, I had plenty of time to absorb the basilica's architecture of colors and culture. It's truly a one-of-a-kind basilica and a must-do in Barcelona. I had plenty of daylight walking back to my hotel to change and just stroll some more on La Rambla, soaking in the warm night air and happenings. Landed at Racó de Bonsuces near my hotel around 9, just when most Catalans are starting to dine, for a quiet dinner with the obligatory sangria. Very yummy. Followed by a gelato nightcap, a must when I travel, before retiring early for a fuller second day in Barcelona. Keeping it leisurely, I slept in on day 2, grabbed a coffee and delicious breakfast at my hotel, before heading out late morning to explore the historic center of the old city, the Gothic quarter, starting at the notable Avenida del Puerto del Ángel, lined with the global retailers. Then heading into the labyrinth of narrow streets of charming architecture, exploring the unique shops, restaurants, and cafes like the Four Gats, where artists like Picasso used to frequent. Ending up at the Plaza Nova to take in the Casa La Ardiaca, the old Roman walls, outdoor sculptures, and the Barcelona Cathedral. Then some gift shopping before making my way to the notable Via Laietana and neoclassical buildings on the way to the beach. Passing Liechtenstein's abstract El Cap, I wandered into the lively Port Vell, passing museums and outdoor restaurants lining the marina. Soon finding the street vendors selling all sorts of clothing, trinkets, and cuisine, making it an ideal grab-and-go situation for a snack and sangria for my walk.
Oh my goodness. That is €5 well spent on this beautiful warm day in Barcelona.
La Barceloneta is another must-do if you haven't been, for sun and fun, or just walking the promenade or lounging at a cafe, even if it's not epic beach weather.
No day on the beach really, just coming down to lounge, but you can tell it's a cloudy day. It's going to start raining later on, but it's warm, it's mid-70s, and it is not stopping anybody here in Barcelona from spending the day at the beach.
It was probably just as well it wasn't sunny, as it would have enticed me to stay longer and miss my afternoon plans. I headed back to Passeig de Colom to walk the waterfront side of this notable palm tree-lined street to the Christopher Columbus statue, making it the southern entrance to La Rambla, which wasn't too crowded for an easy walk to Plaça de Catalunya.
In touristy areas like La Rambla in Barcelona, the pickpocketers are out day or night. So in your solo travel, be safe by making sure your alcohol consumption's in check. And use a good monosling bag like this one. Keeps my hands free. Item safe. Love this bag.
Taking the metro to Barcelona Sands, it was time to venture out of Barcelona with a trip to Sitges, thanks to a cheap round-trip train ticket. An hour later, I arrived in Sitges and made my way through the narrow streets of whitewashed buildings and window shopping, seeing street performers and local artists selling handcrafted items, then to the waterfront, soaking in the sea air and sounds while strolling the beach promenade, waiting for sunset, before enjoying some tapas. I recommend Sitges as a beautiful, quick getaway from Barcelona. Taking the evening train, I was back in Barcelona in no time, with the opportunity to buy my train ticket to Valencia, departing in 2 days, then calling it a night. Still loving my hotel and coffee to get me going, I was not particularly loving having to take time out of my last morning in Barcelona to do some last-minute travel arrangements for my upcoming stay in Valencia and Ibiza, but these things happen. Still, I was able to leave the hotel conveniently close to noon. So, time to find some lunch at Barcelona's famous food market, La Boqueria.
Today is a rainy day here in Barcelona, so it's a great opportunity to do some indoor activities like checking out La Boqueria. Let's go do some shopping and see what they have.
Make sure you bring cash for the plethora of La Boqueria's food stalls. From fruit and veggies, juices, nuts, olives, breads, cheeses, meats and treats, fish and seafood, and, yes, restaurants where you can cop a squat and dine, if you can find an opening, which I luckily did at a counter on a busy afternoon for a casual lunch with wine. Afterwards, I loaded up on snacks for this evening's round of packing and tomorrow's 4-hour train ride, dropped them off at my hotel, and continued walking north. I stopped a bit to enjoy the scene at Plaza de Catalunya.
It rivals Venice.
Before reaching my final Gaudi attraction.
This brings us to La Casa Mila, La Pedrera. Let's go inside.
I saved some money by getting my ticket with audio tour in advance, so my entry was quick too. Completed in 1912, La Casa Milà was Gaudi's last civic work and another must-do in Barcelona, for a spectacular glimpse into Gaudi's imagination, not to mention the great views from the rooftop. The rest of the evening was open. I opted for a pedicure, before commencing to my hotel for a room picnic and packing, readying for an early morning train departure. Overall, this latest trip to Barcelona was fun and relaxing. Thanks also to my hotel for providing everything I needed: a comfortable room, great staff, breakfast, and location, being able to walk to everything in 3 days, including to public transportation, making it super easy to travel alone across Spain.